But I think in trying to understand this, in trying to understand Van Jones, I think that we look no further than your average liberal who is rotting from the inside. Your average liberal is somebody who would defend to the death free speech, are vehemently opposed to Trump and MAGA, staunchly support Ukraine and condemn, of course, Putin and Russia, are all for, of course, civil rights and sort of LGBTQI and all of that stuff. But apparently when it comes to Palestine, then of course, this is a complex issue. It is something that requires, I remember, I think this was Turner Hesse Coates who says this, that you don't require sort of a PhD to understand something like this. But of course, in their reckoning, this is something that requires perhaps somebody with 2 doctorates, a lifetime of having studied the conflict for them to make you understand what the issue is. The issue is simply, of course, that Israel has the right to defend itself. Israel has the right to exist. The natives be damned. That is your average liberal nowadays. They voted for Hillary. They even voted for Kamala. They supported Biden, Genocide Joe. And when you perhaps ask them, what about the Palestinians? What about, okay, fine, Hamas is perhaps guilty. Their parents who voted Hamas in, also guilty. But what about a newborn infant, perhaps 6 months old, 3 months old? If it was 6 months old, that means it was born during this conflict. Forget conflict, it was born during this genocide. A 2-year-old, say for example born around October 2023, has only ever known this genocide. A 6-year-old, a 10-year-old. Let us not go any higher because, of course, the Israeli logic there is that we must kill the children so they do not become the terrorists of tomorrow. These are not my words, of course. These are words that have been repeated by Israelis from all strata of society. Even yesterday I saw this. There was an Israeli actress in an interview. I'm not sure what the channel was, but I think it was a local Israeli channel, in which she said the very same.